Alright, so here we are again, working on the Blazer again. As you guys saw in the last video, the back of this thing's getting really close. One thing I wanted to do, I think it'd be kind of cool and also cover up all the bare metal that has been exposed. I'm just going to hit the back of this with a coat of primer. It's gray primer, so it might match a little bit. It's not going to match perfectly, but it might give us a little bit more of an idea of what it's going to look like when it's done. So I'm just going to throw a coat of primer on the back of this thing and see what it looks like. It's actually a lot closer to the color than I was thinking it was, but you can definitely see a difference. I wasn't going for matching, I just wanted it to be all covered up so it's not gonna rust or anything like that. So when we go to actually repaint or raptor liner the whole thing, we're not gonna have to deal with a bunch of rust. Alright, so I just went and got another bottle of argon so that I can finish welding up this fender well, and then we can move on to the next step. So I'm gonna get that all welded up. Alright, so now that I got the wheel wells completely done, I am working on the fuel fill. So as you guys saw when I put the tank in there, the fuel fill came out right here. So I'm going to make a little piece that goes in there like that. And the fuel cap will be right there, kind of recessed in. And then the window will just go from here forward. So took it all like this, and I'm going to cut it out in one piece like that and try to bend it into shape so it'll just look better and it won't have as many weld seams. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to bend it because I don't have a press brake or anything, but I might be able to make something work, so that's what I'm going to try. Actually worked really good.
Yeah, it worked out really good.
Okay, so I got it pretty close. So now I'm gonna get all these seams welded up, and then I think I can kind of fine tune it to fit. So welder out. Alright, so I got that welded up. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing, but I was grinding down these edges. I was just trying not to burn through, so. And I'll probably go through and just weld them on the inside just to make sure it's nice and stout. Right, see, it's really close to fitting, so I can make that work right there. And then as you can see right there, that will be where the new window will attach. Right there, and then
looks pretty
some
cool.
fuel. And I'll have to put like probably a drain in this or something, so it doesn't just fill up with like water and stuff. Okay, so I got the fuel neck in there, bolted up. I think it's in a good spot to go right to the gas tank. So Pull the cap off, put some gas in her. There you go. Just like that. Okay, so I got it all welded in, gave it a quick coat of paint on the inside, and yeah, there it is. Now open it up, put some gas in it. So, I think that should work pretty good, and you know, it's recessed in there, so it's not going to get hit on stuff, and shouldn't get water in there or anything, so yeah. So now the fuel neck just comes in, and fuel tank will sit right there, hook up to there. Alright, so I got the fuel tank sitting in here, and I'm just trying to figure out a fuel hose. I picked this up from Napa. It's just a 2-inch flex radiator hose, so I think that's gonna work. Just gonna cut this off down here somewhere and hook that hose from there down to there, put some clamps on it, and I think that should work out. So I'm gonna get this cut and then see if it fits as I hope. Alright, well I think I got it figured out. So I got the flex hose and then just a little piece of the factory hose right there. Goes up to it. And then I can hook the vent in right there still. And fuel lines will reach right to the top there. So yeah, I think that's gonna work. So I'm gonna get all these hoses buttoned up and then try to figure out a way to strap this tank down and hook a battery up to it. And well, I can't run it for very long because there's no radiator, because that the front's all smashed, but I can at least pull it outside now that it's raining, but because I really want to see what this thing looks like outside. So I'm going to try to get it pulled outside today, and then I might flip it around and start working on the front. Alright, so I got the fuel tank in there, it's wired up, fuel neck's all hooked up, got the rear glass in. Super happy with how everything is turning out. So, and then, you know, build a storage rack up here. I'm going to use this, but it's not going to fit as it is because the fuel neck and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to modify this, but got the battery in there. It's just chilling in there right now. But I got it hooked up. Front's still smashed, obviously. Haven't touched it yet, but it runs. So I'm gonna start it up and pull it outside because it kind of stopped raining for a minute, and get the first look of what this thing's gonna look like outside of the garage. So yeah, we get it pulled out. Sorry about the wind, but look at that. I think that looks so sick. Sweet. Alright, I mean, back's not done yet, but I need a little motivation to keep going. It's a lot of work, working every day on this thing for almost 2 weeks now, and this is where I've gotten it to, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. This thing's gonna be sweet. I am so excited to go wheeling again. So Okay, so we got it flipped around, and I'm gonna start pulling all the bent stuff out. So everything from here forward. No, but I'm gonna pull the fenders off. Start pulling this stuff off. Pull the winch out. I think for right now I'm just gonna cut it right here and over there, and see if I can keep this structure back here. So this is why I did the back first, because if I did the back first, it'd give me motivation to keep heating AC. If I would have done the front first, it would have all been cut out. But now I gotta keep it. So this needs to get replaced, this needs to get replaced, that needs to get replaced, that needs to get replaced, this needs to get replaced, all of this does, this does. This is okay.
This is okay.
It's not savable. None of it's savable. I was just saying how maybe we could, no, just cut it all off. All of it. Alright, so I got all of that stuff torn off. Not going to be getting to this in this video because I mainly just wanted to get all this stuff done just so I could see what I have to work with and everything. And if you look down this frame rail right here, you can see just how bent it is. The whole thing is just bent to the left, so I'm going to have to cut that back next to the motor mount. I think I'm going to try to get a different steering box and flip it so the pivot arm sits forward instead of backwards. See if I can move the steering box back. See if I can shave off a few inches off of the front of this as well to give me a better approach angle. It's almost zero, but not quite, so I do end up hitting this when I'm doing stupid stuff, which happens a lot. So I want to try to get a couple more inches out of the front of this if I can. So I'm going to try to track down a steering box and a few more parts and pieces that I know I need now. Get those ordered or see if I can find some. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to change in the next video. So hopefully you guys are enjoying all of these videos. It's a lot of work, but she'll be going again soon, and hopefully within, I don't know, the next month or so, it'll be out wheeling again. So I'm super excited for that, and yeah, stay tuned for the next one.